What if I told you that your emotional intelligence, the very thing making you successful, a good friend, a reliable person, is actually working against you in love? Today, I'm going to reveal something that's going to completely change how you see your dating patterns. Even more importantly, I'll give you a tip that will change everything. Attract men who want to court you, who want to put in the effort. No more wondering and feeling confused about where you stand. But before I share this mind-blowing insight, let me ask you, do you feel strange that I even consider telling you about emotional intelligence when you're probably praised as a person who is highly gifted in that regard? You're great with people, you can manage your emotions fine, and people flock to you to share their pain and ask for advice about difficult issues in their lives. And yet, you still end up feeling confused and anxious in relationships. You find yourself wondering what to say, what not to say. Should you text him? Should you date other people? You may share the screenshots of your communication with a guy in hope to get some insight from your friends. You put in a lot of effort, and naturally, you must ask yourself, why doesn't the other party, your date, your partner, meet you with similar emotional investment and effort? As a licensed psychotherapist specializing in attachment trauma, I've discovered something fascinating about high achieving women and their relationship patterns. 3 warning signs that your relationship with him will not grow deep. Let me know in the comments if you ever held back your feelings to appear low maintenance, pretended to be busy when waiting for his text, overanalyzed every interaction to avoid being needy, overwhelming, or in any way too much. Think about it. If you're afraid to show your true self, why would you expect a man to feel connected to you on a deep emotional level? Let me know what you think in the comments. Here's the paradox that's been sabotaging your love life. The same emotional intelligence that makes you an exceptional person, a good friend, and it helps you in career is actually attracting the wrong men and pushing away the right ones. Let me tell you about Olivia, one of my clients who embodies emotional intelligence. She's kind, empathetic, and she's a director of a department in her company because of her people skills and professional achievements. She's even assertive and can stand up for herself when needed. But one day in our session, with tears in her eyes, she was hoping I would provide her with some insight. I do everything right. I don't overwhelm him with my anxiety. I stay busy so I don't appear needy. Things were so amazing at the beginning. Why does he keep pulling away? I feel he will disappear and nothing will happen if I don't make it happen. What Olivia didn't realize, what most successful women don't realize, is that you're caught in what I call competence trap. While you're very observant and aware of others and their emotions, you also may assume that everyone else is like you. You may assume that your partner should have the same understanding of what relationships should be like. Imagine being a vegetarian walking into a jungle expecting all the lions to also be vegetarians. Sounds absurd, right? But this is exactly what's happening when you expect potential partners to match your level of emotional awareness, values, and effort. Comment familiar if this pattern sounds like your love life. But here's even more mind-blowing facts that are kind of not so good news, but when my clients realize it, everything changes for them. This can be the case for you too, but you need to hear this. Your brain is literally wired to seek what's familiar, even when it hurts. So if you grew up with a good child syndrome, you are unconsciously attracting partners who are somewhat opposite of that. People with more relaxed attitude who don't necessarily measure up to your level of attention to detail. You're most likely going to attract people who are not mature enough to be emotionally present for you. You will find yourself naturally resentful because you think, if I'm ready to give so much, why can't he meet me halfway? Remember Olivia? She too was raised to be an overachiever. As a child, she was the one constantly following rules, being responsible, excelling academically, putting others' needs ahead of her own, trying to avoid conflict. This kind of mentality imprints limiting beliefs about yourself, like, I'm not worthy of somebody putting in the effort. I must manage everything. If I don't oversee something, things will not work out. Like you feel they will forget you if you don't prompt them. And yet you yearn to feel unforgettable, special, the only one to someone. And you are. There is, or there will be someone, but you need to give them space to make that decision on their own, not to manage it for them. What helped Olivia was not just having this understanding, but also realizing how these actions stem from some underlying anxiousness and limiting beliefs. In her case, thinking that men just don't care as much as she does would cause fear that things would not work out if she doesn't propel them. This level of dedication is okay if you have a crying baby. You need to do something because there is nobody there and the baby can't take care of herself. In all other instances, some things are on you and others are on other people. In relationships, it takes two to tango. Understanding her underlying beliefs and fears helped Olivia be aware of how her behaviors can be interpreted as controlling. She was trying to manage her anxiousness by controlling what happens in the relationships. This transformed her dating life. She stopped managing men's emotions. In her case, she stopped overthinking and walking on eggshells. Instead, she expressed her desires and needs openly and allowed men to make their decisions. This helped her reduce her anxiousness, which caused men to feel more comfortable in her company. She let go of orchestrating every interaction. Instead, she let men show her what they are about and if they can meet her needs. She allowed space for uncertainty. Instead of trying to make things work, Olivia learned how to enjoy getting to know men she was seeing. One big part that I want to emphasize is Olivia was allowing men to see her, understand her, and decide if they want to be with her. This unapologetic confidence in herself was highly attractive. The results? Three high-quality men actively pursuing her within weeks, and her joy and disbelief of how things can be easy and effortless. From overthinking, walking on eggshells, talking with her friends for hours to get advice on how to act to not push men away, to being pursued by quality men who are trying to show her how much they want to take the relationship to the next level. And all of that because of making these small shifts. In my Secure Love Creator community, we focus on transforming this pattern using professional psychological strategies. This isn't just dating advice. This is deep transformative work based on attachment theory and emotional trauma healing. We help you tailor dating and courting strategies to your needs in the ways that help you connect with commitment-minded men who want the same kind of love and relationship as you. Relationships are easy. It's you walking on eggshells and overthinking about everything that's difficult. Here is something to keep in mind. Let this be your guide. If you ever ask yourself, am I overwhelming him? Here is my question to you. Why would you be overwhelming? Why would a relationship with you be something negative for somebody? If that's the case, I don't want to be with somebody like that. I want to be with somebody who is stoked to be with me, who appreciates what I have to offer with everything I come with. And you, my friends, come with a lot to give. So the question becomes, how do you apply emotional intelligence to dating? In addition to what I already said, you need to have a clear guide of what it is that you want. That's your star that guides you. Instead of constantly questioning yourself, what's wrong with me? What have I said? You need to start observing how they meet your needs. Does their behavior fit in what you want from a man? The moment you stop questioning and start appreciating yourself in dating, your true emotional wisdom emerges. Your standards become clear guides, and that's what actually attracts secure, emotionally available men. Remember, you're not too much. You just need to figure out who can be right for you, a man that meets your expectations, whose emotional intelligence measure up to yours. If you're ready to transform your love life using professional psychological strategies, let's connect. Your secure love story begins here. Sign up for my free masterclass, Meet and Keep the One. DM me secure. The link is down below.